Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful Thursday evening. This is Perspective. And if you are curious about what this platform is about, it can be found right there in the name Perspective. This is a safe place, a safe tree where we can share different opinions, different points of views, different lived experiences. Different perceptions about any topic and any subject in a mature manner. We can often find that whenever there's discussions of different perspectives, opinions, and with other individuals, that we can find ourselves on opposite ends of those things. However, just because someone has a differing position, point of position, or opinion, or perspective on something, it doesn't mean that they're right and you're wrong, or you're right and they're wrong. It simply means they're different. And so when we can discuss our differences, we'll often find out that we have more in common than not. And when we do that, that brings us closer together as individuals, which ultimately brings us closer together as a community. And our ultimate goal is to bring us closer together as a world. And that is what we aim to do here on Perspective. I am Eric Butler, aka The Intellect, aka Cullinan 8, because I am the biggest diamond ever found on land. I'm 3,000 plus carats, y'all. Aka The Atlantic, because I'm cold, deep, and choppy, and ain't nothing nobody can do about it. My background is in talent acquisitions or staffing. Been doing that for about 2 decades, and that has lent me the opportunity to go into career counseling and kind of guiding people in that direction. I sit on the advisory board of a nonprofit called the Empower Series. It's a financial literacy nonprofit. And you can definitely go to our website and go to YouTube and go to our page and check out some of that content. You will not be disappointed. I promise you, it'll definitely benefit your life. And that's how I give back to the community. I always have been a mentor with the Turner 12, done that before. And ultimately, that all has kind of led me into this seat to be sitting before you tonight, and has introduced me to one of the dopest individuals I know. I always call them the sharpest tool in the shed. They are often copied but never duplicated. So, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, and they are definitely do that. So I will slide the mic over and let my illustrious co-host introduce themselves.
Well, hello everyone. Happy Thursday. Thank you so much for being here. We are super excited that you are here with us because we recognize that you could have been anywhere else. So, my name is Latoya. I am a licensed professional counselor, author, speaker, and I also have an audio only podcast by the name of Say More About That. It is on all
Hmm.
streaming services. Let's see. Let me do my names. Okay, so I am Toya, aka Chef Jeff's wife, aka them kids mama. Chef Jeff also has a show on the BS3 network. It is called This Dope Cooking Show. It airs on Tuesdays at 5:30. Be sure to check it out. Now you're gonna be hungry, so
Yeah,
you
you
might want to
might
get in
want
the
to you might
description
want to
and see
eat
what the
something before you
ingredients
watch.
are.
Yeah,
So you can
yeah.
cook along or get you a little snack because you're gonna be hungry. I think this week
Indeed.
he did cauliflower burgers.
Man,
Ooh,
he go hard, and it's healthy too. I mean,
yeah, it's
I'm
a
not
good
going to tell.
balance.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell their business, but I'm just saying that healthy eating, working out consistently, they just done. I mean, they fly. Power couple type thing. That's all I'm gonna say. So go see the show Tuesdays at 5:30, so y'all can get like them.
Yeah. It was good because and then I love like the weeks of the like I love it because I always get to try the food. And it was a burger, but the bread instead of bread, it was cauliflower. But it
Mm,
was like I don't know how he cooked the cauliflower. Y'all have to go back and watch the show. And then there was also some carrot fries involved.
not
And I know
carrot
y'all
pie.
like carrot fries,
A
but they
vegetarian
almost taste
meal.
like sweet potato fries. I don't know.
Wasn't
They
no,
were great.
there wasn't no meat involved at all.
Yeah, the burger.
The burger, but then the bread, but
The
no
bread was
bread. Yeah,
cauliflower. Yeah.
because the bread is my enemy. I don't.
And
I'm
it was some
one.
bacon on there too. So I
Oh, well,
think it was like a
okay.
bacon cheeseburger.
Well, we'll figure it out. We gotta watch that one, all y'all.
Yeah, we
Y'all
did.
let us know. You let us know what y'all think about that too, and y'all let us know on here. So we have some viewers that kind of share videos. They want us to get our reaction from that, and so this will be a little different. usually Doc and I, kind of stay within our respective lanes, but what you all want to view, what your interests are, and getting our take on those on different videos is also a part of that. We really do hold that responsibility seriously, and so we will take the time to do that. So we may do a couple, so the show may not be as long, or it may go past. I can't tell you. We just do what we do because we have to do it. So whatever you want, we're gonna give it to you. With that being said,
Hold on. Disclaimer.
100%.
Disclaimer. I am a therapist, not your therapist, unless we have paperwork and a payment plan in place. Eric and I will be speaking from our lived experiences, conversations we've had, education, our own perspective. We are not talking about currently in our personal life unless we say currently in our personal life. We also know that your sister's cousin, homegirl Keisha, she had the same situation and it worked out well for her. We love Keisha. We're not talking about her. We're talking about things from a general perspective.
We love Keisha.
We do.
But we happy for her.
We ain't talking about
but
her.
We ain't talking about her.
Not today. No, Keisha
We're
has
not talking
rolled
about
off
you.
into the sunset.
Yes, if you step on your toe, that's between you and you. Okay? That ain't got nothing
Can't
to do
say
with it.
amen, say ouch.
Right. Okay. Alexis Butler says, hello.
Hey.
That's my baby bird and my favorite person. And we love that she is here. Alexis Butler says, hopefully, Lord sends me a chef. She's like,
touch and agree.
Jesus' name.
Touch and agree. Touch and agree.
And that's the high five right there. They look like prayer hands, but that's a high five right there. So y'all didn't touch the degree though that I got it.
Touch and agree.
I got it. Doc, I got a question before we get started, before I go to any videos. So let's say a man picks up his mama.
Okay.
With his spouse with him.
Okay.
Who should ride in the front seat?
They were already in the car?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Because you said a man picks up his mama with his spouse.
Yeah, you got to go with this.
So in my mind,
a man picks up his mother with his spouse with him. So she already in the front.
So she already in the car. So mama got to get in the back.
So who should ride in the front seat?
The wife. She was already in the car. What's she getting out the car for?
Okay. I know we got some viewers on there. Let us know what you think.
Like, I personally will get out the car for my mother-in-law, but she is a saint and she is older than me, and it's just more comfortable in the front. However, she always rides in the back because she want to be with my kids. So,
well, okay.
We don't have.
I don't have any disputes. I was just curious. That had been posed to me, and I thought I would just throw it in there and leave it at that. And then there's another one that was very. I like to get in those type of conversations.
Hold on, but what do you think? I think if I'm already there, what I'm jumping out for letting her in? It's my man.
I'm saying my wife or my significant other would be riding in the front with me.
Right. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure we're on the same page.
I mean, I guess.
Just trying to see what your perspective
That's
is.
My perspective on that. No love lost for my mother. And my mother should want, should do that. But I think we both know there's some mothers out there who is like, no, I should ride in the front. And
that is so tacky.
It's to me, that's a red flag. Oh, well,
it is, but the red flag. So
it don't even lie with the mama.
Could be green because I need to know how the man gonna handle it. Because if the man is like, "Mama, chill out, get in the back," green flag because you put me in the front. If he's like, "Oh well, mama, I
agree with that."
Yellow flag.
Hold on.
He like, get out and let my mama in the front. Red.
Hold on. What if he say, "Mama, you always tripping, man. You better get your tail in the back." I think that's a red flag.
Not if that's the culture of their family and their dynamic and she doesn't feel disrespected.
Ding, ding. It's on. Okay, round one. Look here now. Doc, I don't respect anyone more than I respect you, especially within your perspective area of expertise. But look here. You can say no without being disrespectful. You can draw boundaries without talking crazy to your mama.
Absolutely.
Now I'm safe because my mother has went on to be
She's gone to glory.
She's gone to glory. We'll use it that way, so I can speak.
Gone to glory.
Now I ain't never done it like that. But I have been mean to my mother. I mean, but she would probably admit, yeah, I was probably stepping out of the house or I did something, but I never started that way. I ended up that way. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, if you can just talk bad to the woman and she ain't done, and she may be acting that way, that don't mean you have to act that way.
Not red flag for
me. Because if you handle her that way, and I'm thinking about it from if this is my daughter's, beau or my daughter's significant other, man, you talk crazy to her. Will you talk crazy to my child?
Everybody says that.
Will you handle her a particular way? Can you not handle her with just say no? And if she did too far out of line, I feel you. Just bring and drop off over here with me. Don't put your hands on her. Don't beat her. Don't do nothing to her. Just
we're taking leaps and bounds.
Just bring on back over here to me, huh?
We're taking leaps and bounds. We went from "Mama, you always tripping, get on in the back" to beating on the daughter. Like this is
what the wise folks say. They say if you lie, you cheat, you steal, you kill. So,
I'll handle leaps and bounds here, right? So here's the thing: in certain cultures, speaking loudly, speaking aggressively, that's the tone of the family, and no one is offended. Now, I don't think it's right. That's not how we operate at my house. But who am I to judge how you operate at yours? You see what I'm saying? And I can just only imagine if me and my mama kicking in, we done had a couple glasses of wine and we laughing and girl, kick, and girl, shut up. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, okay.
You may think we are beefed out or we homegirls versus mother and daughter, but that just might be the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
The dynamic of y'all's relationship.
Right. And so I always try to defer to, how to handle your mama. This is how you'll know if it's a red flag or not. So if Buddy say, you always tripping, get in the back, and she looks hurt, that's not the culture of their relationship.
Gotcha.
Now it's a red flag.
Okay, that's okay.
If she say, boy, whatever, I'm gonna get back here, but that's their relationship. There's no reason for me to be
upset. Then they cool the next thing, like mama,
right? Because that's their relationship. Now, don't talk to me like that, because it ain't our relationship. That's their relationship. So for me, I just know, like, dealing with people, you have to respect the culture, the climate, the conversation, the tone, and all that of that family,
of that particular family, and those two particular individuals. You know what I mean? I can definitely relate to that. I can definitely relate to that. I got a personal circumstance where that totally got out of line. I was like, what? And I was offended that they thought that I would disrespect or offend my grandmother in any way.
But that could have been y'all's vibe.
It was our thing. And they would just, don't be, I'm like, hold on, you way out of line. I would never. What kind of person, what kind of grandson you think I am? I was offended by it. But anyway, Alexis Butler says, I feel like the wife should always sit in the front, regardless. Not with a capital letters. Y'all just bossy. I'm playing.
I just love my mother-in-law. So if she wants to get in the front, I don't care. Look, but she never get.
Girl, you turned 14 years old just talking about your mother. You like, she can.
I love her.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So this is what we're gonna do. The first one's about 3 minutes long, so everybody buckle in.
Buckle up, y'all. Don't leave. Watch the video.
Listen. Hey, pull out something to write with and to write upon. Take down notes. Write your questions. If you have them, please share them within the comment section. If it won't let you comment, go over to the YouTube page, Perspective, with spell with the threes. Look at the spelling, Perspective Pod on YouTube. That way you'll probably be able to comment. So we want your comments, so go over there if you have to. And I'm gonna get this started, and we'll be back once it concludes. All right, here we go.
So I noticed that another reason why many women struggle with embracing a submissive role in their relationships and accepting their man as the leader in the relationships is because they focus so much on the control aspect of leadership and they're so concerned about being controlled that they don't put any thought towards the burdens and the pressures that come with being in a position of authority. Yes, it may be true that he gets to have the final say so when it comes to decisions. Yes, it may be true that he gets to make the quote unquote rules and set certain standards in the relationship. At the same time, though, he carries the weight of assuming the responsibilities for those under his covering. Meaning, if something goes wrong within his family household, within that unit, within your relationship, people are more than likely going to blame him. People are going to say it's his fault, even if it wasn't his fault. He's going to be expected to clean up the messes. And it's even worse when a lot of these messes could have been avoided had his guidance or leadership just been accepted, had his solutions been implemented, but they aren't. And now he has to go back and clean up this mess that, again, could have been avoided. Being a leader also looks like facing a lot of resistance and a lot of pushback when you have good intentions and you're just trying to enforce certain rules or standards or some structure, discipline, order that is necessary for success. But because he's in a position of authority, he's considered the leader, he's automatically going to be looked at like he's the bad guy. So being in a position of leadership, especially in a family or in a relationship, it's not just about, oh, I'm in control of everything and in control of everyone. There's a lot of pressure that comes with that. Again, they face a lot of resistance. They get a lot of pushback, even when they have good intentions. They have to clean up messes, even when it's not their fault. And even when the mess could have been avoided, if their guidance had just been followed, they're looked at as the bad guy for simply trying to hold their family accountable and implement or enforce certain habits or rules that are going to lead their family to success. So it's a lot more to it than that. So if you're able to just try to put yourself in the shoes of someone that is a leader, you'll probably understand a little bit better like what they're going through and how they feel when they're simply just trying to do the right thing. And the only thing you can think about is, oh, don't control me. You don't tell me what to do. I'm a grown woman. Like, it's much deeper than that.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. Can I be honest?
Is there any other way to be, Doc?
So, like, I know we're doing this and we're on the show and, like, yay, let's talk about it. But I get so sick and tired of these conversations. I really just be like, shut up. Not that she's wrong. I don't think she's wrong. I think what she's saying is very valid. Let me be very clear. She was eloquent. She was articulate. She was beautiful. It's not her. It's the conversation.
It's not her. It's the conversation.
Yeah, because I think she did her thing. Like, I don't disagree with her, right? But why we keep having these same conversations with people who don't want to listen? The people who we're talking to, like the people who need to hear this about leadership, they're not interested. They've already decided that they don't want to be controlled. So I'm a person who's in a marriage, who I recognize my husband's the head of the household, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to tell me this. Because I know that the person that I chose is not going to lead me off a cliff. The real reason women don't want to be submissive is because they don't trust your leadership. It ain't got nothing to do with control. Women want to be soft. We want to like take our thinking caps off. I tell my husband all the time, when you hear my brain shuts off, it is done. Because I've been at work, I've been thinking, I've been handling business or whatever. When you're here, no, you got it. Lead. Please go. Lead, go forth, be great. So like the person who needs to hear what she's saying has already decided that she's wrong. And that's why I'm sick of these conversations. Not her. Like, she was great. I don't disagree. It's just like, y'all, we are talking to a brick wall. They do not care. They do not care.
She said they do not. Yeah, that's a different take on it. That's a different take. So, hey, interview the viewers. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, if you agree or disagree, if you're just confused, put 3 dots. We don't know. Just make sure you comment and let us know something. Okay.
Not 3 dots.
Let us know. Yeah, 3 dots. Just let us know something.
But since we're here and we're doing this, let's dig in. Feel free.
Yeah, let's dig in. So, the things that rung to my mind, I really appreciate the broach of this conversation, and I think that there may be a different, perspective on that. I agree with you, Doc, especially something like talking to people who choose or seem to be either they can't or they choose not to, at least, or they can't um they can't learn something or they can't grasp a concept or they choose not to, which I think is purposeful ignorance. Because when you purposefully are ignorant, then you allow yourself to avoid accountability.
Mhm.
You get to remain in a comfort area because you can always just say I didn't know, and that's an easy escape route. I'll probably come from a different aspect because I am a man, and typically, as you just stated, when your husband is there, you say he is that you already understand that he is the head of the household. And though that doesn't mean he is, this is one of my first points. There's a difference between being a leader and being a boss.
Mhm.
There's a difference between leading and then bossing.
Mhm.
And so, I think that has gotten confused. So I think there needs to be a clarification on that. And I think without getting into a leader is
Okay, let me
leaders.
say it. I
Yeah.
got you because
Okay,
I
go ahead.
emphasize
Yeah,
that thing.
Doc is big
Okay,
on that.
so being a boss is telling me what to do. Being a leader is guiding and being responsible for the direction of our life.
I
That's
like
it.
it. That's good. That's no
Mhm.
qualms about that. I always tell people leaders eat last. Alexis Butler says, "Yeah, it's overly talked about." I agree, Doc.
It's so bad. Like,
I know the one that I chose. I know the one that I choose won't lead me off a cliff. She said.
clock it.
She said, "Y'all, I'm sorry, my signal is not letting me be great." She said, "Comments coming in late,
And we gonna read them as they
and
come
we gonna
in.
read
Don't
it.
you
We're gonna
worry
make sure
about
they
it.
that right." Um, with that being said, leaders eat last. So here's the thing. I think some people are afraid that other that individuals, society has ruined that. Maybe their experiences or past experiences with someone else who functioned as a boss who was overbearing, selfish in their way, and they ruin the fact that leaders like you will relax in leadership. You said, "Man, my brain goes off because I know I have someone here I can trust that's gonna lead me right. I can go to
Even from like
I can go
even
to
like a
sleep with
safety
my
perspective.
oh,
Like if it's
gotcha.
me and my kids, I
Mhm.
know how many color like cars, how many people, like because I watch a lot of true crime. If he with us, child, I don't know what they had on. I don't know. Looking at my phone probably or singing a song or something. Like women want that. Like we want to be able to be submissive. We want to be in our soft girl era, as they're calling it now. We want that. I promise. We just want it from the right person, under the right authority. I don't want it from a
So do
boss.
you
I
so
want it
do
from
you
a
tell me
leader.
so are you kind of leading with the fact that in order for a woman to experience what you described, that is an automatic response. And if they don't respond that way, they don't relinquish that, they don't experience that, then the person that they chose to be with is a bad leader.
I didn't say that. You
No, I'm
said
asking. I didn't
no.
say you said it. I'm asking for clarification. I'm not saying you did. I'm asking.
No, I'm not saying that because
Because you,
depending on
because you,
because there's layers to this, it's nuances, right? Like
okay.
I've been married 11 years. So
Mhm.
I wasn't like this year 1, 2, child 3, maybe even 4. If we just want to be honest. Like
It
I
was the
wasn't
look.
like that
It was
then,
the
you know
look
what
on
I'm
your
saying?
face. It was the look on
Like
your face. It had to be
that was
earned. It had to be
it
earned
did.
over time, right?
And I don't think that it was anything that he did or didn't do. It's just
That
my
was you
lived
and where you
experience.
were, right?
Yeah, my lived experience was like, hold on, like when is the next shoe gonna drop? Like I know he love you, but like do he got it? But you know what I mean? So I don't think if women can't experience that, the person is a bad leader because I don't know the woman. And there's layers and nuances and lived experiences and trauma and mistakes. And here's the real tea. how a person perceives what you're saying impacts how they treat you later. So
Yeah.
I know a couple been married for 30 years. Some stuff he said year 2 is the reason why in year 30 she ain't gonna do XYZ.
I almost cussed.
You got to be careful how you
No,
handle
it's
people
no
because you don't
100%,
know
man.
you don't know
Life,
how it hits.
listen, life and death is in the tongue.
Mhm.
You can destroy a person with careless speech.
Yeah.
Gossip is like spitting poison. Like, watch your mouth.
Real bad.
You need to guard every thought that comes about the mouth, and that any thought that you think and any word that proceedeth out your mouth. These are good precepts. I'm just saying them because I'm hoping somebody catches them.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, because do you know how heavy that is? You just said people who are married 30 years
30.
and
30.
in year 2, something they said in year 2, that we're talking about a licensed counselor and therapist, someone who talks to folks who have been in 30-year relationships, who have come out and gave details that something that was said in year 2 has impacted how they have handled this person over the next 28 years.
Yeah. And so this is another thing that people don't understand. So
You
like if
won't
I say to you,
let that settle in, Doc, to the viewers.
it's settled.
28 years has been impacted because of something they said out their mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Okay, Doc, that's over. I gave him the moment.
Okay.
I just want it. I had to let that sink in. I was like,
Yeah, because
you're being impacted in year 30 because of something you said.
Yeah, but
in
it's
year
deeper than
2.
that. Like it's deeper than that because here's the thing. If I say to you, I don't like your glasses. Let's be clear, I've worn glasses since I was in kindergarten, so this is just a basic example. But if I say to you, I don't like your glasses, but your whole life before you met me, people called you Four Eyes and said you was ugly and called you a nerd and Urkel and da. I might have said I don't like your glasses, but I touched on something that you probably
it's a trauma area, baby.
Yes, and so now you can't trust me with that. So people, you got to be careful what you say to people because you don't know what they've been through and you don't know what they've experienced. And honestly, people think they're healed because they're not being triggered. People think they're healed because they're not in a position to be triggered and they're not having to navigate their emotions around their trigger. So they're like, nah, I'm past that. Ain't nobody called me 4 eyes in 10 years. I'm good. But the minute I say I don't like your glasses, all of that just came back up. So you weren't good. You just wasn't around nothing to test you.
Ooh.
You gotta be careful.
Ooh. Somebody just got a nugget. That's what's been wrong. That's you. You've been walking around thinking you healed. Because I'm okay, Doc. This is what you've done for me. I've heard a lot. I've learned a lot. Been experienced a lot. And when people say they are healed, it's a lot. It takes a lot for me not for my face to turn up. I'll be like, I just get that look like. Yeah, I almost want to test them, but I don't do it, Doc, because it's not my place. And just who am I? I'm just a little old me over here. I'm a little old me over here. But I'll wrap up this video because in my mind, I think you hit the most important point because I just didn't want it to get confused that that's automatic bad leadership if a woman cannot relax into it, because that, like you said, there's layers to it. I think if you really want to be in an environment of leadership, you can't really experience it till you allow somebody to do it. It may not have to go the route that you went where you was like, year 3 or 4, I had to see a few things come through. I call them crossroad moments. You have to see how someone will respond, how they'll handle things in the moment that it happens. And that's very scary because some individuals will not even allow that opportunity to occur. They're always pushing against and trying to plan. And I think that's counterintuitive to allowing someone to lead. And if it's a good leader, I don't think that he would manage that, because you're going to try to go against the grain. You're going to be a maverick. They've said, no, I need you to wait. You did it anyway. Especially if you're independent, you work, you have your own money. You're going to make decisions and do things outside of the sphere of the team aspect of it, or not even like went against him, but you went against the greater good of the unit. And I think when you're operating that way, you have to be mindful. I think she was trying to highlight the fact that you have to operate from a little you and a big us position and mentality. That does take work. Probably should get some counseling if you have trouble with that and you don't trust, because trust I think lack of trust is a byproduct of trauma in some area. Come on, Doc, say something. But
I don't know. I just kind of think the world is kind of crappy, and so I might not have
the world is a ghetto.
Like, you may not have done anything to me, but I just may be a little bit on guard. You know what I mean?
The world
So
do that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't. I think within relationships, it's usually based off of some trauma you've had within relationship, but
usually, but not always.
But not always. You are 100% correct, and I rarely disagree with you on things like that. I think there's just simply, at the end of the day, sometimes you have to accept the reality of authority. And then I'll sum it up like this. I think one way to identify, that may be a show in its own self. How do you identify good leadership in the opposite person? Because as a man, I want leadership qualities in my woman. Mm-hmm. I want to know that if I have to be away, I may need to take a 2 or 3 day trip to go hunt for the buffalo. I need to know that I can leave my woman back at the house, and at least she has the wherewithal, and she has the sense she know where the gun at, she know where to call, who to call. I'm going to set parameters up. If I have a trusted friend that's, still in the area, and I'm using it, in a more prehistoric, like if I got, because, the men used to have to go and hunt. I mean, some of the women too, it was some that was cold blooded. I'm not trying to offend anyone. But yeah, I can hunt too. I get it. But I want a berry picker, somebody who know how to plant somewhere, seed somewhere. Anyway, I said it. But I'd take a woman that can hunt too, but can you plant and hunt? All right, I got off my topic. But my point is, if I have to be away, I want her to have leadership qualities too. Because here's the thing. I know this to be for sure. I'll argue it with anyone, anybody, anytime, any platform, any person. You can't lead unless you know how to follow. Knowing how to follow is a prerequisite to be a great leader, period, point blank. Don't argue with me, argue with your mama. And I'll leave it right there. So anything else on that one, Doc?
Nah.
And now here's a funny one. It's kind of quirky, so listen, I maybe have to read it twice. Where are my people? Who should speak first, Doc? Who should speak first? The person or people in the room, or the person or people walking into the room?
The person walking into the room.
Wait a minute. First of all, you came with that answer way quick, like
because that's just what it is. That's like the fact. Like, that is written down somewhere in the Black people protocol, especially from the South, baby. You do not enter a space without speaking. Are you crazy?
She done leaned into the camera, y'all.
Yes.
She's like, you in violation.
The person walking in, you have to speak first. Yes.
So the person walking in, if you're a person walking into the room, you need to address the people already in the room.
Yeah, now you don't gotta say hello. Now that's crazy. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How's everybody going? You know what I mean? But yeah, you gotta speak.
Erykah Badu said you gotta say hello.
I mean, well, I believe mother.
Is that who sung that song?
Hello? Mother.
But yeah, anyway.
I love her.
I don't even know. I'm scared I said her name because she kind of like a mystic. She might come up under my door in like a poof, like a
I'm not gonna play with you and play with mother.
And be like, did you say my name? Man, I'll be like, man, my bad.
She is. Yeah.
I would be in apologetic mode.
That lady knows some stuff.
Man, I'm scared of her.
That lady knows some stuff.
I am a bit afraid of Erykah Badu. Mentor. Now I am in awe in a respectful manner. It is more of a, it's more of a not afraid, like stay away. I wouldn't get too close. If she needed help, I would help her, but I would be like, okay, there, and then let her go on by her way. But
what Baby Bird say?
Walking into the room.
Oh, Okay.
She said, walk the person walking into the room. Okay.
Absolutely.
She saw you said it first. I ain't even going for that.
You think the people in the room supposed to speak first?
I think everybody's supposed to speak at the same time.
That's not realistic. You got to pick one. You have to pick one. How do you enter a space and not say hello? That is wild. I think you have no home training. If you enter a space,
I always do that
and do not speak, you don't have any home training.
I never consciously thought about it. Since you said it with so much gusto, I was like, wait a minute, is that? Because I try to be objective on something. I'm like, wait a minute, let me look at it from the other point of view. So if I'm in the room, someone who walks in and don't say anything, it would come across rude.
Yes.
Now, here's a caveat. What if they come in? Do you have to? You said, hey, y'all, but if I see them only speak to the people like whose house it is, and they don't know you, should they have to speak to you?
When they said, hi, everybody, I was everybody. When they said, hey, y'all, I was y'all.
What if it's somebody?
Okay, so perfect example.
What if it's What if it's she say, Eric, if you don't go on with all these hypotheticals, but what if you walk in, right?
Okay.
You want to say, hey, y'all, but it's somebody in there that you got beef with. You don't like, y'all don't speak. Y'all can be in vicinity, but y'all not going to communicate.
I just did that. And I said, hi, everybody. Now I ain't getting no eye contact to them because we don't rock. But I still said, hi, everybody. Because I am a nice person. And you don't take that negative energy to other people's houses or parties or events or whatever.
Or anything.
Right. And just because me and this one person don't rock, like, they ain't thinking about me, I ain't thinking about them. And when I said, hi, everybody, they looked down. So it's cool. I said, hi, everybody. And that's it.
I can rock with that. With that.
Now you might hug the host or be like, "Oh my God, hey," to the people that you know personally. But hi, everybody. Everybody gets a hello.
Everybody gets a hello.
Yeah, act like you got some home training. Cause what your girl say? What was she saying when she was a guest on the show? Home is a learning institution. What did she say?
Miss Lynn. Oh, Miss Lynn. It's the original institution of learning.
Yeah.
That's she say it. Now you the home is the center of. It's the center. You would say it again, Doctor.
I think she was saying home is a learning institution. Or
home is a learning. Because remember, that's where it's supposed. That's where you're supposed to learn everything. Yeah.
Because act like you got some home training.
Gotcha.
Ty Shadow 1. Hello, how you doing? Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for commenting. We definitely appreciate it. Ty says, and they still part of that everybody. They just don't get no one-on-one communication. That's what I'm saying.
You hype on that one, Doc. I see you. Thank you, Ty. Appreciate that. Man, definitely appreciate you commenting. That's outstanding. So, Doc, I'm going to hit you with one. And it kind of correlates with the first. So there's a theme here. Mm-hmm. It was sent, and I don't know. Maybe they just went down the line and sent it. And maybe to tell a story. But we're gonna let it go. And then I think it's shorter than that. It may be about a minute long. So we'll see. We may have a minute response. I don't know. So we'll go into it right now.
I had an older lady tell me a real man is not going to be ruled by a woman. Don't go down the path of expressing criticism, disapproval, and an ultimate lack of acceptance for your husband because it may cause rebellion. She's telling the truth. A real man is not going to allow himself to be a pushover to the woman he has chosen. Men with their sense of manhood and integrity and dignity intact have this innate desire and need to not be subdued and walked over. A real man is not going to be ruled by his wife. It insults his sense of manhood. Women who have succeeded in breaking their husbands such that their husbands allow their wives to rule over them, those are ultimately men who they find themselves no longer attracted to.
I just want to reiterate what I said at the beginning. I feel like these conversations are, y'all, can we talk about something else? For real, for real.
Okay.
I know, and I get it. And
You know
our
why?
show
You know
actually
why?
does the best when we talk about relationships.
You know why?
Why? Podcast bros. What's up in my eye?
You need to get that copyrighted. You need to get that copyrighted because somebody gonna create that and it's gonna blow and you're gonna be mad. Anyway, my point
If they
is,
haven't already.
if they haven't, we need to check. Anyway, my point is, they can't because now see you have found your knight, you have found your man, your husband, and y'all have been rocked out for 11 years. Y'all got beautiful kids,
Dogs, everything.
the whole nine. So of course
You
you
want
like,
him, you want these kids and these dogs.
and so and so there are many out here who are, they have not found that, but would love to have that. So they're still seeking some.
No, I get it.
They want to know, what have they done wrong? What are they doing wrong? What have they not considered? And I think that's why it continues to be a topic that individuals want broached. And but here's the deal. I will agree with you on this, Doc. You can talk about it, but if you're not going to be about it, and when I say be about it, means application. Information and knowledge is power. We hear that. God dang it, application rules the nation. That's where you win, is when you apply it. And application is not always easy or fun, and it takes time, effort, and uncomfortability. And until you're ready to do that, you won't reach your destination. But nevertheless, Alexis Butler laughs at the podcast, bro.
So about her video, I mean, I think she was right, but there is no but. She was right. Period. Hard stop.
Yeah.
Why do you want to? My question though is to the woman who has beat her man down, and
that point at the end is why it had me like this. She was like, because that is, I mean, that is a secret. That what they call them, Easter eggs hidden in the deal. Because a woman will, they will fight to make him do what they want him to do, and then when he starts doing what they want, when he starts doing what she wants him to do, then she don't no longer want him.
And then see, I feel like we're talking in absolutes. Because if I'm fighting for you to pay the light bill, when you start paying the light bill, I do.
Why you go to something that's unrefutable? Of course, if somebody's not paying the light bill, that ain't what it is. No, because you got women that leave men that pay the bills, that do all of those things, but he's boring. And he'd be like, okay, baby.
I feel like those people are a little bit immature, because if you have a boring person who is an okay baby, just tell him what you want to do. Babe, I want to go skydiving. He gonna say, okay, baby. And then y'all gonna go. Now, he may not jump out the plane, but he gonna pay for it and he gonna go with you. So why would you leave that?
Nah, women be wanting tricks. And I don't understand it. I'm like, y'all, if you're happy with one, that's cool. Ever. What you say?
I'm so proud of me, because I really been working on my self-control and not just impulsively saying things. Because sometimes they don't always fit. And when you said women be wanting tricks, baby, the most ratchet came up in my mind. I'm gonna tell you when we get off.
Okay.
It's so inappropriate.
But I would never dispute that. I mean, I have, I'm a girl dad. Now, I would definitely tell my daughters, don't be with anybody that can't cover the bills. If they're not a plus, they're a minus. And I've definitely, alluded to them. I said, nah, there's time. I said, I get it. I'm not being critical or hypocritical. I said, because there was a time I said I was at a state where I'd been like, no, I'd have told my daughters, no, don't date me if I was in that position. And I literally had someone that dated me, and they were awesome and nice. I mean, they end up winning in the end, that type of thing. But that's a whole nother story. But my point is, I would just say, any dude that's worth his salt is not going to just he would fall in line with what she's saying. And I would hope that I'm kind of confirming that, because I would hope that maybe some of our viewers who may have a man like that, he is good. They be like, but he just won't do. He won't bend. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. And you know right from wrong and good from bad. You know something that's detrimental if someone's not bending, or they're being stern, or being a little bit too domineering. Not looking out for the betterment of, if they're making decisions that's just for the better. Yeah, they're stern and won't bend, but they're the only one benefiting, and you're suffering in the end. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you see a man that puts his foot down because he is staying firm to a long-term goal that's going to benefit you and or you and the family, then you got a good one on your hands. I think you're not going to always be happy with your man when you have a good one.
I can go with that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I didn't know where you was going with it, but you picked me up. It's cool. I agree.
All right, Doc. I got one more, and I'm probably not gonna say nothing, which is not true, but it just felt good to put that out
because I
there.
don't even know why you said that. Nobody who's ever watched this show ever believed you. I promise. I promise.
True. All right, let's hit this last one.
This is what weak men do, particularly the ones raised by their mama. These mamas ruined an entire generation. You are literally looking at a generation of matriarchal squalor coming home to roost. When you have a bunch of women raising men without the input and the strong order and structure of a man's man, you get men like Ricky Smiley who want to emotionally bait you into saying, we can't hold mama accountable. It doesn't matter what mama has done. It don't matter how many times she lied and said that was your daddy and that really ain't your daddy. She can't be held accountable for anything that she does. We just have to keep covering for her and celebrating her and elevating her to the highest level of praise and worship in the family, despite the fact that she was oppressive, abusive, mean, ornery, disrespectful, and didn't treat your daddy right. Like all of those things. These are the men that are now trying to stand on a soapbox in a position of leadership and tell you, forget her record. Ignore all of that because it really doesn't matter. How is it that you provide nothing of substantive value and then you admit that she unjustly locked up a whole lot of black people? You're supposed to ignore that. And that's the least of why most black men are not with her. They already know what they're getting with her, and you want them to ignore that. If a person is at least going to make the effort to make their case, okay, well, bring me something of substance. Bring me some facts. We didn't get that.
You know how people be like, take the message and don't take the message. I couldn't. It just, it was too much. Why was she yelling at me? I did agree.
She was yelling, Doc.
Why was she yelling at me like that? Girl,
I don't feel like she was yelling. I think she just spoke with a bit of passion.
And people could say the same thing about me. So no tea, no shade to sis. I'm sleeping. But I just felt like she was like yelling at me. It was crazy. She's not. So something she said stuck out where she said, like, you don't question mama. I hate that that's a thing in our culture because mamas be messing up and I'm a mama and I be messing up. But my kids be like, respectfully. What is this? Which I can appreciate. Now, sometimes I don't appreciate it, but I tell them, like, I ain't asked for no criticism or no help.
And I think that's the point, because I think some kids have come to their parents to say respectfully, and then in the midst of saying respectfully, it's automatically seen as disrespect. I seen I
hate that. That's so crazy.
Yeah. And it is a lopsided thing, you think about it, and let's don't miss the point. She was saying, women, that we talk about a lot of things that are wrong with men, and be like,
I heard say women have destroyed a generation. I heard.
Yeah, matriarchal squalor.
Yeah, just stop
crazy.
Yelling.
It's crazy.
Okay, she be reading a dictionary. No, she cool. Stop, because I promise she did a great job. I don't I
Todd
don't agree
Shadow.
with her delivery,
Okay.
but I don't know that she was wrong. I do think that sometimes single mothers, especially single mothers of sons, they be doing the max. They don't be doing in the wrong areas.
All capital letters.
Yeah, like in the wrong area. Like you're coddling him and like he can do no wrong and no, teach him something. Teach him how to balance a checkbook. Teach him how to clean the bathroom. Teach him how to be respectful. Teach him something other than the fact that he's entitled to whatever he wants because he sees you work and give it to him. And girl, I'm not gonna work and give it to him. So I get what she's saying. I'm not mad at her. She was yelling.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. We'll take the message and, don't worry about the pill bottle. Just get the medicine inside of it. You know what I mean?
That's what they be saying, but if it's, I can't.
Yeah, Mr. Todd Shadow 1 is tickled. You hear me? Is tickled. He's a LOL.
No, for real, sis.
Like you say, I'm sleepy. Doc overstimulated.
She was like,
why are you hollering? What?
Because why are you what? I didn't do it. I'm not in that generation.
It wasn't me. I wasn't the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree with her though.
I definitely told the story and go into the moment. Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry, Doc.
I've said like in sessions and stuff like that, I feel like Black women, we raise, especially like our parents' generation, like they raised their daughters and then like coddled their sons. And that's why Black women are so educated and independent and all the things that people say are negatives. We didn't have a choice. What was the option? Why you over here coddling, bro? We gotta figure it out, get it out the mud. So yeah, we independent and educated, and we're not gonna tolerate what we're not gonna tolerate.
And yeah, and I would say and don't get offended if your experience was different. Like we said, Keisha, she didn't go through that, and we happy for her.
Yeah, we know we are very happy for her.
So because we all understand that we do talk about our culture, per se, as far as the Black culture but we understand that it's not a monolith. Excuse me, everyone. Yeah, it's not that everyone's not a monolith. However, we have experienced this, and we've seen this quite prevalent within our community. Alexis Butler says, yes, Dad, when it comes to elders, all of a sudden I can't have an opinion nor speak up for myself and wonder why those kids have problems socially.
That's why people come to me and say they don't know. Like when I say, well, how do you advocate for yourself? Oh, I don't. Well, how do you get your needs met? I just hope it happens. Say what? What do you mean? And I tell people all the time, my youngest son, oh my God, he is killing me. He's been trying to kill me since he got here. But I will not break out of him the fact that he is going to advocate for himself because I recognize how important that's going to be for him later. But it's killing me so softly.
Wait.
He is wearing me
out. You help me understand. First of all, give some context. Age range.
So Zeke is 5.
Okay, and then just a small sample of him advocating.
Let me give you even more backstory. I've been somebody's mama since I was 19. I'm tired. Okay, so then here comes Zeke and all his glory. And it don't matter if you had a good day, bad day, long day. You just came in from the rain with groceries. You using the bathroom. You crying. Like, it don't matter. If Zeke wants something, he's going to advocate for himself. Can I have this? Mommy, you said we could do this. When are we going to do it? I set a timer for 10 minutes because you said you needed 10 minutes. The timer went off. Can we do this? Yeah.
Not accountability.
Yeah.
Not recanting. And on the playback, it said that
but I love it because my baby gonna get his needs met. And so I gotta guide him to like read the room, get your needs met. And I love that for him. Because awesome. I know adults that don't go that hard for themselves. And so I be like working with bro, but he's killing me.
He be wearing you out.
Real bad.
No, I commend you on your patience on that because some people don't have the patience to do that. And you know what they would do? They would break that in that child.
And I'm not.
Yeah. I love it.
because I recognize that it is a skill that a lot of adults don't have. It's killing me,
Yeah.
but he gonna be all right. I be wanting to say, shut up.
I know. That's why I can be. I salute you on that.
Give me a minute. But then I'm the psycho.
Mine becomes a very serious, focused statement. I'll be like, look, I hear you and I'm going to do it, but I'm going to need you to go in there and sit down and don't move until I come and get you.
Real bad.
Do not ask me one more time. If you do, I hear you and we're going to go do it. But if you do, after me telling you this, we are not going to do it. Okay?
Then he's looking at you all crazy.
Right. Okay.
Or he'll be like,
but
this is my last question. I'm only going to ask one more thing. Or he'll say like, not right now because I know you're tired, but.
Not right now. Oh, he sowed a seed. He said, I'm going to water it and then it shall bring forth fruit later.
He's a mess. He wearing me out.
That's outstanding. Alexis Butler says, I had a hard time making a decision or standing on what I think and not just accepting anything. Those weird moms definitely ruined these kids.
Amen, baby. I be seeing them grown people my age can't make a decision to save their life.
She said, I'm still struggling, actually.
So this the question you ask yourself when you start making decisions. Am I making this decision or am I making this decision based on what other people gonna think?
See, y'all be
Just
getting
ask yourself
bars.
that.
Y'all be getting bars. Y'all can Cash App and I just made that up. I don't know. We know.
Yeah, just ask yourself, like, and then I always encourage people to say, do I really want this? Because and use something, and how you teach yourself what you really want is use something very small, low risk. It ain't gonna kill nobody, right? So like if I say, hey girl, let's go to McDonald's and you really want Burger King, you got to check in with you. Do I want this McDonald's or do I want Burger King? Then say, I really want Burger King, because you never know. I might be like, girl, that do sound good. I do want a Whopper. And
that's
then we'll go to
true.
Burger King. You know what I mean? Instead of saying, okay,
yes,
and you really want it. Like just practice with really small things, standing on business about what you want, and always check in with you. Do I want this or do I want people to think I want this? No, that's how you spell it. He bad.
Bless my bird's heart, man. Bless her heart. I would tell the story, but I'm not gonna do it because I ain't got no permission.
No, we don't do that here.
Not at all. No, we had time, Doc. I appreciate you, Doc. You be dropping bars at the end. Well, not at the end. Always in between time, beginning time, end time, between time, all the time. So
we're just doing our best here.
Yeah, we just doing our best here.
Final thoughts?
Yeah. Who plate should a woman make first? Her spouse or her kids?
Her own.
I wish I had something to just, I just slide, like throw something. That's no. Okay.
So to me, it depends on the situation. If we're poor,
now you said we gonna hold on to that answer. That answer.
But my follow up,
I'm calling Jeff. I'm calling Jeff and ask him.
Probably my kids. Yeah.
Okay.
But it just depends. So like if we're poor, I need to make the kids plate first because they gotta eat and we grown and we gotta be hungry. But if we have enough, then I don't know, just whoever. I
never brought up anything about not enough food being there.
Well, I'm a therapist. I'm always gonna think deeper. I can't just think.
That is true. Ladies and gentlemen, just tell you that is true, and that's why I'm having such a good time. I have been favored with my co-host here. Anyway,
permissions. He gonna have to tell the story next week.
He said we got a story. Yeah, I'll talk to you first, and then she said, "Tell it, I guess."
Nah, not I guess. We don't know.
No, I'll talk to you about it first. But it was just a case of helping them out, get their voice, find their voice because they weren't accustomed to it. And saying, no, you have to think like, if you want something, do you want something? Not just accept everything that comes to you, to say it in short. Yeah. And so I think me and my daughter had a period of time where I was like, you don't know what whatever. No, not no whatever. Think. what do you like? What do you not? You know, just to be able to have that. So definitely, she said she's still, because you know that was, you know, things get deep seated early, right? And then it takes time to
1
work that
to
out.
5. You are the most spongy, for lack of a better word. My brain's starting to shut down, but you take in the most 1 to 5. That period is so critical.
I know. I try to tell.
Or birth to 5. It might be birth to 5, but
And
5.
you no, and yeah, and you, but that's when they're at genius level. You can teach them anything, other languages, whole nine. I have begged and pleaded, but I'm gonna stop.
That's why them other kids know, them
that-
Montessori kids. That's why they know how to make their own breakfast and use knives and stuff, because they taught them early.
They capable, man. Quit limiting these little geniuses, man. The human brain is so powerful. Anyway, Doc, thank you. Hey, viewers, thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Definitely share. Again, if you have any, if there's videos you would like to see, if there's topics and subjects you'd like us to cover, discuss, please, you can share them with me on Facebook. If you go to Facebook, you'll get me. If there's something specifically for Doc, you want to go to Instagram, Perspective Pod on Instagram.
Mhm.
Definitely go and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yep.
That way you'll get the notifications when we come on. It's every Thursday at 8:30. Hey, we appreciate your attendance here. We appreciate your time and the comments. We love you. Doc, you got any final words, anything?
Take care of yourself before you take care of others.
I see. Yeah. You got to fill up your cup, and then you allow the overflow to go to everyone else. All right.
Every day.
All right. We'll see y'all next week here on Perspective. We holla.